Hi, I'm Jack Hatfield, Australian competitive freediver, instructor, spear fisherman and whale swimming guide. Join me as I recap my season in Tonga, guiding from this remote island in the South Pacific surrounded by beautiful blue ocean and tropical reefs. Hey everyone, Jack here, coming to you from Uleva Island in Tonga. Just coming towards the end of our 2-month stint over here with freediving holidays. Pretty much just settling in, getting everything packed away, starting to close up everything else, getting everything dry and stored away for next season. So I figured I would do a couple of these videos just recapping some of the encounters we had this season. We had a stack of really awesome encounters with some very friendly whales and some really amazing things happening. So yeah, we might as well start right from the beginning. So first one was actually happening on my second in-water day when I arrived. We'd just had our new groups arrive for this season. We had a nice big double group arriving in, picked them up from the airport, went out for a little bit of a half day, get in a bit of activity, get in the water. Everyone was very keen to get going. Had a nice swim with a mum and calf, and it was off to a great start. So I figured day two, what can we expect to find? Didn't really know what was going to be coming on next, but we had probably the best day I've ever had out whale swimming. So pretty much we started off the morning right out front of Uleva in the reefs and the shallow sections. There is really good areas for mothers and calves just to log out and rest. We call it logging when they lay flat on the surface. Kind of looks like an old tree branch or a hidden submarine hiding on the surface there. And pretty much right out front, about 800-900 meters offshore, we could see our first mother and calf sitting there. So I was with my boat ready to go. Looked like it was going to be an awesome start to the morning. It's nothing better than finding that whale right off the bat at first thing. So we left off the shore, made our way out there, slowly getting everyone ready. It's going to be a good morning. Let's get all our fins, weights, everything together nice and slow. And yeah, as we started to approach, the mum did something which I haven't actually had a chance to swim with yet. So she put her head down and then she lifted her tail up right above the surface and then held it there. This type of activity is something called fluking. It's where the tail fluke is lifted up out of the water, and she just stayed like that. And as I'm approaching, I'm losing my mind. I think my guests on board didn't realize how uncommon this behavior is. So I was on board going, oh crap, get the camera, get everything ready. I'd made the genius decision to leave my big camera in my bag back on shore, so I just had my GoPro with me, but nonetheless, super happy to go see this. And yeah, pretty much jumped on in the water, and she just stayed like that for over an hour. She sat still, fluking up. Her calf, which is only a couple weeks old, was super comfortable with us anyway. Cruising around, checking out the guests. We just kept everyone at a bit of a distance, and yeah, everyone was pretty amazed that it was this easy to get in with this mum, and she was just sitting there nice and chilled, didn't move a muscle. She'd come up maybe every 20-25 minutes, take a breath, then straight back down, head down, tail up, and was just a quite comfortable whale to swim around. And yeah, got back on the boat completely just mind blown. It was about, I think we were there for about an hour and 10 minutes nearly, getting close to that maximum amount of time. And I decided to move off once she decided to move just a little bit further off from us and sort of broke from that sitting still behavior. So I figured rather than follow her for another swim, we were getting near that end time and better off just to leave her, let her settle down again and just have some rest in the bay there. So we headed off, stopped in a little island, grabbed a bit of lunch, and I was thinking, that's the high point of the season of all time so far. I've never swum with a fluking mum before, so this is going to be, pretty hard to beat. And yeah, so we had a big storm roll in, lots of rain, and I was going, okay, all right, that's good. Rain's coming in, it's a dampener, whatever, it is what it is. That's South Pacific for you. And so we had our lunch, chilled out on the corner of the island, got a bit of shelter, and then headed out again. And yeah, as we got about maybe sort of 500-600 meters off the back of the island, I started to see another tail fluking up in the air like that. Now, this was a different mother, much bigger mother, and yeah, same again. We went out there, She didn't move a muscle, stayed nice and still, and I was able to jump in with my group, and we just sat there for over an hour, just playing around, getting crazy encounters and interaction with the baby, had the baby breaching out in front of us, and Mum was just super content just to sit there with her tail out of the water, just coming up, you know, roughly about every 20 minutes, coming up, taking a breath, and then just resetting back down. She barely even moved. She'd just go head up, take a breath, then back down again, tail comes up, and she'd reset again. Yeah, I was just losing my absolute mind at this point. I was thinking, you know, this is nuts, this never happens, and I get it twice in a day. The actual fluking behavior, there's a lot of different, you know, types of thoughts about what exactly it is. A lot of the general sort of common theory, it's maybe something to help with the mother since they're just given birth, taking pressure off the reproductive organs, giving the area a point to rest, but there's no, from last time I checked, no real hard evidence of what exactly is. Some people say it's for helping with the nursing, but no time was there any times like the calf wasn't even coming in to feed, wasn't even showing any interest of anywhere around the mammaries at all. He was just quite content just to circle around and hang around Mum's head. So yeah, usually with the feeding, that's usually something we observe when they're usually laying perfectly flat. And yeah, when that happens, we usually just leave them alone and leave the water. So yeah, it's a bit of a crazy thing to see. It's a bit of an aberrant behavior. I've only ever seen it happen about 4 times in total. 3 of them actually were this season, but only able to swim with 2 of them. So yeah, it's something really awesome and really special. Yeah, I'm not going to forget that day as definitely a real high point to start off the season. So little I know there was going to be a bunch of bigger encounters coming up and some really interesting behaviors coming on later in the season. So yeah, that's just a quick little video log today. Yeah, I'll cover up with a few different other ones soon. So yeah, see you on the next one.